As a brand new leader, doesn't matter if you're mayor, if you're the speaker of the legislature, the governor, or anything, the first question you have to ask yourself, is this my last elected job? Or is this a job that I'm going to use to run for something else? Neither answer is wrong. It just changes the way that you look at the world and the way you make decisions. I made a very early decision in my career that the last elected job that Robin Vos will ever hold is Speaker of the Assembly. I'm not going to run for Congress, I'm not going to run for governor, I'm not going to run for any other office because I love being part of the legislature. At some point I'll retire and I'll turn it over to somebody else. But knowing that, it really changes the way that I try to look at solving problems. There are almost always common sense answers that can be found with people of goodwill if they'll sit down, put aside their ideology and try to say, okay, what's an answer that actually works while still sticking to my principles? We believe in investing in things that grow our economy, right? Good schools, making sure we have a good tax climate, and most importantly, in many ways, making sure we have a transportation system that gets people to work and goods to market. If you believe in transportation, you have to have revenues to pay for it, or you have to borrow money and pay it back with interest. That's the only two ways you can do this. But we now have about 25% of all the revenues that we bring into the state are just debt service for previous projects. I am in favor of an all of the above strategy. I want to focus all of my effort on all of the savings we can possibly find. But we've done that for 6 years, and Governor Walker deserves credit, Secretary Gottlieb. They found almost $1 billion in savings over the course of the last 6 years in the Department of Transportation. That is fantastic, and they deserve credit. But there isn't another billion to be found. At some point, you got to pay the piper, and we have to figure out how we're going to do this. It's not like I'm going to support letting roads go to gravel, right, or having unsafe conditions so people now are getting killed on the highway because we couldn't figure out an answer. So all of the above, but in the end, we're going to need revenues.